Hello history friends. The United States and China are currently in a complex relationship, balancing between cooperation and competition. As the world's two largest economies, they are deeply interconnected, yet their rivalry is becoming increasingly intense. From trade disputes to military buildup, their relationship is filled with tension and uncertainty. Many analysts view this as one of the most significant geopolitical challenges of the 21st century. The US has long viewed China's rise with a mix of admiration and concern. The question on everyone's mind is whether this rivalry will escalate into a new Cold War. How the US and China manage their competition will have profound implications for global peace, prosperity, and the future of the international order. China's economic transformation over the past 4 decades has been remarkable. Once a poor agrarian society, China is now the world's second largest economy and a global leader in manufacturing, technology, and innovation. The key to China's economic strategy has been embracing globalization. Today, Chinese brands like Huawei, Alibaba, and Tencent are widely recognized, competing directly with American giants. China's ambitious plan, Made in China 2025, has sparked anxiety in Washington. This new reality is at the heart of the escalating competition between the two countries. China's economic rise has been accompanied by a parallel growth in its military capabilities. The People's Liberation Army has undergone massive modernization, transforming itself into a technologically advanced combat force. Beijing's artificial island building and military installations in the South China Sea have heightened tensions with neighboring countries. The US has long maintained a strong military presence in the Asia-Pacific region, supported by alliances with countries like Japan, South Korea, and Australia. Beyond the military sphere, China is also expanding its geopolitical influence through initiatives such as the Belt and Road Initiative. Behind the tangible factors of economic and military power, there are deeper fundamental differences between the US and China, their political systems. The US, a democracy built on the principles of individual freedom and limited government, stands in stark contrast to China's one-party authoritarian state. The US has long promoted democracy and human rights as core principles of its foreign policy. China's human rights record, particularly its treatment of ethnic minorities and its crackdown on dissent in Hong Kong, has drawn sharp criticism from the US and other Western democracies. The US views China's political system as inherently unstable and a threat to the rules-based international order. This fundamental clash of worldviews makes it difficult to find common ground on a range of issues, from trade to security, from cybersecurity to global governance. The economic competition between the US and China has been particularly evident in recent years, with both countries engaged in a tit-for-tat trade war that has shaken global markets. The Trump administration imposed tariffs on billions of dollars worth of Chinese goods, citing unfair trade practices and intellectual property theft. China retaliated with its own tariffs, leading to a deadlock that hurt businesses and consumers on both sides of the Pacific. This trade war highlights the deep economic interdependence between the US and China. Although both sides reached a Phase 1 trade agreement, many underlying issues remain unresolved. The trade war is a symptom of a deeper competition for economic dominance. China, on the other hand, wants its companies to be treated equally in global markets and accuses the US of protectionism. The US-China rivalry is playing out on the global stage, with implications for countries worldwide. Many nations find themselves caught in the middle, forced to choose sides or engage in delicate balancing acts between the two superpowers. In Europe, countries grapple with how to engage economically with China while also addressing concerns about human rights and security. The US and China are also competing for influence in Latin America, a region traditionally seen as within Washington's sphere of influence. The U.S.-China rivalry has also extended to multilateral institutions like the United Nations, where the two countries have clashed over issues ranging from climate change to human rights. These divisions are creating new fault lines in international relations and making it harder to tackle global challenges that require cooperation. The U.S.-China relationship is the defining geopolitical challenge of our time. The two nations are locked in a complex interplay of cooperation and competition, with high stakes for both sides and for the world. Managing this competition responsibly is crucial to ensuring global peace, prosperity, and stability. The US and China must find ways to collaborate on issues of mutual interest, such as climate change, pandemics, and nuclear non-proliferation. They must also establish clear rules of engagement for their competition, avoiding actions that could escalate tensions or lead to conflict. The future of U.S.-China relations will depend on the choices made by both nations in the years ahead. A descent into a new Cold War is not inevitable,